So in this lesson, we're going to learn about some equations of circles. We're going to learn what the equation of the circle is, how to write it, how to write a circle from it as well. So let's start with a circle. What is a circle? So circle, round shape, we all know a circle has a center. Right here's the center of the circle. And it has a radius right here. This is the radius of a circle. So for an equation of a circle, what we want to know is we want to know that center. Right here, that center is at -3, -4. So the center here is at -3, -4. And we also want to know what that radius is. What's the distance from right here to right here? Well, this is at -3. This goes to -1, so that's a distance of 2. So the radius right here is equal to 2. The equation of a circle actually happens to look like this. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared, that equals r squared. This h and the k right here is the center, and the r right here is the radius. So when we're writing, and so right here, this is important. Maybe have that written down somewhere. Remember that. So when we're writing the equation of a circle, really the center goes in these two numbers right here, and the radius goes in this number right there. So let's just go ahead and look at some examples here real quick. So remember that formula. I'm going to write it up here again so we can remember x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So what we need to do is figure out the center of the circle. So looking at this first one right here, it's like the center of the circle is right there. So the center is at 4, 4, it looks like. The radius, that distance right there. So right here, the radius is 2, from 2 to 4. So when writing the equation of the circle, I'm just going to use this formula up here. It's going to be x minus the x value squared plus y minus the y value squared, and that is going to equal the radius squared. Perfect. Just leave it like that. We could even write this as x minus 4 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 4, and square that radius. But it still looks good there. Same idea right here. The second one. Find that center of the circle. That center, it looks like, is 1, 3. So the center is right here at 1, 3. The radius is this distance right here. Looks like 2 again. So to write that equation, x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared, that equals the radius squared, so 2 squared, which is 4. Really, if you can remember this formula right here and what the h, the k, and the r mean, this really isn't that bad of a formula. Moving on here, whoops, too far. This right here, it actually gives us the center and the radius. So that formula, we're just going to do x minus the x squared plus y minus the y squared equals the radius squared. If you really want to just leave it like that, that is a-okay. You can simplify this a little bit. X minus 0 is just x, so this right here is just x squared. Plus, when you subtract a negative here, you're going to get y plus 11 squared equals 36. That all looks good there. Same idea with this bottom one, this bottom problem here. We're just going to do x minus the x value squared plus y minus the y value squared. And that equals the radius squared, which is 16. Should be really, we're going to keep this really simple, not too difficult. What if we are given the equation and we want to graph it now? So here's the equation. I want to graph it. What we need to do is we need to find the center. And the center comes from this number and this number. If you remember, it's kind of, what we're going to do is we're going to pick out the opposite of that number. So this is a plus 3, so we're going to say negative 3. This is a minus 4, so we're going to say positive 4. Right, there's the center. The radius is the square root of that number. So the radius is equal to the square root of 9, which happens to be 3. So to graph this circle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the center. I'm going to come over here to negative 3, 4. Right there. That is the center of the circle. The radius is 3. So from here I'm going to count in all directions 3. So 1, 2, 3, make a point. I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, make a point. Go over. 1, 2, 3, make a point. Go down. 1, 2, 3, make a point. From there, I know circles are hard to draw, but we're just going to draw our best circle that we can. It'll look something kind of like that. Not looking for perfection. Circles are not easy to draw. I get that. This other one right here. So again, find the center of the circle. Right here, that's a plus 2. So we're going to say negative 2. Negative 2. Right here, that's a plus 4. So I'm going to say negative 4. Right there is the center. Radius. Again, we're going to look at this number right here and do the square root. We got the square root of 9, which is 3. Okay. I'm going to go find the center of the circle. So negative 2, negative 4. And my pen stopped working. Let's see here, negative 2, negative 4, which is right there. Then the radius is 3. So from there, I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. One to the left. 3, and I'm going to go down 3. Then those 4 dots show us the edges of the circle. So from there, I do my best here to draw a nice, perfect, not so perfect circle. So go ahead, take some time. There's some practice in the module. See what you can do. Practice this. really, like I said, if you can remember this formula right here. Let me get a different color here. This formula right here. This formula up here at the top. If you can remember that formula and what all those stand for, this should not be that difficult. So go ahead, give it a try, see what you can do. Have fun. Email me if you have any questions. Let me know.